Hi guys, today is Sunday. I thought I'd do a little chatty video because I haven't done one in a while, or maybe a middle type vlog type thing. So it's the morning, it's like 10 a.m. I've got all my snack stuff sorted, and I'm currently setting up the floor in the living room to get all my stuff ready, like so I can lie down, because I just sat down at the table and it's too hot. Like I don't know if you guys felt how sweltering hot it was yesterday. Um, but yeah, in the UK, the heat is, when it gets hot, it's hot, and it's hard to sort of work with. But I just realised I'm plugged in, so I don't know if I can do that, but we will try. I'm plugged in to the um, yeah, we'll try. Have to work with that, I suppose. Okay, so I will chat to you guys in a little while. I'm gonna get my stuff sorted and see how we get on. Got my trusty notebook. I'm gonna have to reach as far as the laptop will let me. We'll because it was running out of battery, so I had to plug it in for a while. Maybe it can cope without it for a while. Yeah, so I will talk to you guys in a little while and we'll see how we get on. At the moment, I'm working on the proofread for my Snow White retelling. I'm on the final edit, and I'm going back over things, and I'm taking notes of all the chapters I've done, any changes I add. Like on this previous page, I've got loads of little changes that I've had to make because I've realised things aren't quite working, and I'm going to update all the dates that I edit, because I'm also a freelance editor, so I've had to prioritise my client work, which means that I tend to do most of my own editing in my books at the weekend, which is why, so I try and smash out as much as I can when I get that time, and especially when I'm in the flat on my own and it's nice and quiet like this, and it's lovely and hot. And yeah, I usually work on the couch or at the table, but when it's hot or when I just feel like it, I'll sometimes work on the floor, because why not? It's just, I get a blanket and pillows sorted, and I'll just that's what I'm doing at the minute, just like leaning on pillows and things. And I'm going to try and do a little bit more proofreading. So my Snow White retelling is called The Girl Behind the Glass. I have a thing up the top, but I don't know if you can really see it, of the cover. And it's going to be my next release. So I'm currently working on Still Princess's sequel. So Still Princess is the book that I have published on Amazon and KU, if you are interested. It's got pirates and sirens and mermaids and all of that. But The Girl Behind the Glass is going to be very different. It's going to be more witches. So as if Snow White has a stepsister, and some soldiers, like mage soldiers and witches behind her. So instead of the dwarfs, in my case, it was the mage soldiers. That was their home that Snow White runs off into through the forest. It's set in a winter kingdom, so I'm going to have the world where there's going to be lots of different retellings eventually, but this is my first one that I'm getting ready. I have a Sleeping Beauty sort of early draft from a few years ago as well, so I will probably eventually rewrite that to try and get that on the same level if I can. But yeah, so The Girl Behind the Glass is my focus right now. So there is this one. It's my 5th draft, and I've done the first 10 chapters proofread. Sorry, I can't speak. But I'm going to just go back over the last couple of chapters because I felt like I was reading them in the evenings and I was a bit tired, and I just don't want to miss things. So I think if I go back over it a couple of times, then I'll hopefully do a bit better with that. But yeah, so I will chat to you in a bit about how it's all going. I love days like this where I can just like get straight into it. It's 10 o'clock. I've got my snacks for the week, which is what I normally do on a Sunday for work, and then I come and I do my stuff. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. So I'm back at the table because the floor was just getting uncomfortable. Even when I put a blanket down, it still hurt. But yeah, so I'm back at my little table and I'm going to try and do some more proofreading. I've done the first couple of chapters that I went back over. Took me a bit longer than I hoped, but I always read it carefully and try and make sure that I'm not missing anything or that it's written smoothly, and I always feel like I'm going to miss things, but I probably will miss things, but that just kind of comes with the territory of writing your own stuff and editing your own stuff. So yeah, so I'm having a lot of fun with it because I've got a character that she's a witch, and she kind of gets trapped inside the mind and body of this other character that's my narrator. So I'm kind of playing around with like this character who's got this other character's made a deal with the witches basically, and she's ended up kind of stuck and cursed and now has a witch sort of like in her body and in her head. So her consciousness is kind of like coming through. So I've been, every time this witch has been doing something in this world, this other main character's little voice has been kind of coming through in her head. So that's been quite fun to read over and proofread. And I forgot how fun the earlier chapters of editing this book actually were, and I did end up putting a lot of other stuff, lot more plot into the later chapters. I haven't read it properly through for a while, so I'm quite excited. I just like reading my stuff. It's quite cool, and knowing that I'm getting closer to the end and closer to publishing it. And it shouldn't be, but it's 871 pages in the current format at the moment, in the page size that I've put it in. So I'm gonna have to talk to my formatter and say, is there a way that you can get it so it's not that many pages, because I don't want it to be like this thick. But at this rate it will be if I stick to that page size, but I'm gonna have to go for one of the bigger page sizes with this book, I think, because it is way too many words, and I do have some stuff to sort out in some of the later chapters. So it may end up becoming smaller, like word count wise and page count. I don't know, but I'm just gonna see how it goes for now, and do it as I go along. So we will see, but all fun and games. So I just tried to do my first ever TikTok live. Like I've been on TikTok lives before, like on other writers' videos, and I thought, you know, I'll try and do my own one because I've never done it. Always been curious to try. So I tried it, and within a few minutes, someone requested to come on live with me. So I thought, okay, why not? The guy then started flirting with me. And I felt so awkward. I was like, I don't know what to do. So I was trying to get him off there because I just didn't know what to say back to this person. He was asking if I was married, and I was just like, this was not what I was expecting to happen on my first ever TikTok live. And I was just gonna do like a kind of like a write with me type thing, because while I'm editing my stuff, I thought, you know, get some other writers in there, maybe some of my writer friends that I hop on their lives, maybe they'd come on. Yeah, so that was a bit of a fail. The first time I ever try and do a live and something happens like that. But yeah, so I'll definitely try again. But I've messaged my friends just to say, so if someone is being inappropriate or is not really or say making uncomfortable, I just want to know how to remove in the nicest way possible. So yeah, that was an experience. Now, 5:20 coming up to the evening, and I've done about 5 chapters today, not including the ones that I went back over. I'm really happy with the progress I've done today, because I usually spend a good few hours doing freelance work, but since I barely spent any time on my rewrite, I thought I would just have today just for this. So I'm really excited. So my partner should be home soon. I'm not going to get as much of a chance to do anything this next weekend because I'm going away to Great Yarmouth for the weekend for a friend's wedding. But I thought I would just spend as much time as I could today getting through it, and I'm really happy with how this book is turning out so far. Seriously though, 225 pages, 869. This is because it's really small pages, I suppose. 16 chapters so far, just got to part 2, and yeah, having the best time.